What is happening, gamers? Ish here with some more Call of Duty Advanced Warfare clips. You see right now I'm using this HBRa3. I pulled the Elite out of one of my boxes, so I'm going to roll that around. I've got stock with suppressor on and extended mags just for this one. You know, that way I can afford to be a little sloppy on my aiming. I'm going to have lightweight on with low profile and blast suppressor and toughness. That's basically just going to help me stay off the mini-map as much as possible while moving around fairly quick. This is the full KVA assassin set I've put together now. I've got drops for all that, so this is what the full KVA is going to look like. I'm liking it, pretty sweet so far. I know we've got a lot of options out there, but this is the first one I put together, so I'm rolling this one in this clip. You know, in game, of course, you're not going to see too much, but you know, unless you're going to be sitting there and watching your replays. But I guess you know, in the screen up ahead, you know, when you're loading the maps and all that, I guess, you know, it's kind of checked. So I just labeled this one silence, so I'll go around. So this is going to get you pretty much the at least a little bit more stealth. There's a couple other options you can have, but for the most part, this one will get me through it. And normally when I start a live, I'm going to rock the cloak a little bit, but honestly, I don't know. I'm not in a ditch in that. I mean, people still see you with the thing anyway. It's only doing so much for you. And as you can see in here, just when you're moving around, I'm trying to get a little bit of cover when I can. Normally don't go to the ground, but I was already hurt and I had that in front of me, so hey, you know, I'll take what I can get. I'm starting to work. I'm getting a little bit more steady on the aim a little bit here and trying to, while keep that steady, move from side to side to avoid being hit and dying. I know that kind of worked for me in the past. I don't really have a secondary with the setup just because when I'm loading up double perks, that's going to take out a lot of my options. So I've only got on the knife, but I figure, you know, you can go around, you can just pick up another weapon when you need to. I'm trying, you know, now that I've had it for a couple days, you know, the big thing is having the game kind of slow down a little bit. I picked this gun up and damn, it's sloppy. I'm used to my other game, and you know, I'm just unloading the whole damn clip just to finally get back on target with it. So I'm basically, I can tell at this point I'm just looking for another weapon. You know, it's like anything out there. And again, look at that, just sloppiness on my part in there. I don't even know what this one was. I haven't used it before, but it's definitely not as steady. The handling is not as good as the HBRa3 that I'm used to. I managed to pull some kills out of it. You know, and a lot of this is coming down just getting familiar with the map. The more that you can go around and basically, you know, when you see somebody, know where they're going to be moving to, you know, then you can cut them off, kind of catch them from behind and stuff like this. That's going to be a big part of being able to rack up the kills. I mean, you know, you got to win the head-to-heads when they come like this. You got to hit those, but a lot of it's just maneuvering through the map, knowing where you're going to be at. Like I say, the more used to this you're going to be, the slower the game's going to be for you. You know, the less you're boosting around and jumping and flying around, also really the better off you're going to be, because that's really what makes you stand out. There's times you need it. You know, when I know where somebody's in, I'll try and move to them faster with it. But if the most part, try and work some of the old stuff you did in the game out. You know, I work the edges, use the map to give you a little bit of cover if you can. You know, and then just reading that mini map, seeing if you can see where they're at. You know, if you see that light circle, that's you know, an empty circle, that's normally when they're boosting around using the ecto moves. So you know, you can be aware of that, and then just try to see where the action is, and get in it where you can, where you're not going to put yourself out. You know, that guy right there, he's standing out in the middle. You've got like five, six damn area lines of sight to take you out in. You know, so where I'm at now, as long as I got somebody not coming from behind me, I'm okay. At this point, I run out of ammo here, so I believe to take a death. But you know what? It's not the worst time to do it. You know, I was just going to run around. I was going to put a cloak on, see if I can run around and grab a gun at that point anyhow. So, and this is what happened. You know, you see somebody, but if I would have just looked a little left, I could have seen the second guy coming, and then I would have had double kill. Instead, you know, it's tough. You know, when you see somebody, you know, you just go right after them a lot of times, and you forget to kind of check your you know, surroundings out. It's definitely something to, you know, to pay attention. The awareness in this game, especially with the way people move around now, you really have to focus on that. You really got to be aware of the surroundings and just kind of get an idea where everybody you know, is going to be coming, where you know, where you're vulnerable at. You know, how many, and like I say, if you're going to stand out, how many lines of sight are you basically giving the opponent on yourself? And then, you know, a lot of it's just quick tricks. I'm getting that back, you know, stuff like this where, you know, you don't know where someone's at, all of a sudden they come flying at you. That's just the reaction's got to come up. You know, that's just something, you know, like I say, I hadn't played this in dang, forever. And so that's something that's going to start building back up. I'll get better and better with that, and that's with everybody in there, just practice. But that right there, I see the guy coming. I miss him, but I know he's coming through this door. Again, that's just familiar with the maps. It's important to get that down, and the more you play this, the better off it is. Don't be in such a rush to be jumping and flying everywhere. Like there, I saw the guy up there, so I'll come up and take him down real quick. Right here, I probably should have saved some bullets. He was never going to see me anyway, and I ended up, and then basically myself and another guy are just raping the two. So, he probably dropped some bombs and screen got a little shaky on me, and then I ended up with a small clip there. Got taken out. I am using, on these score streaks, kill streaks, whatever they want to call them on this time around. Just make sure you remember, and you can also modify these. When you hover on that, you select on that. You can then choose to upgrade them. I like on a lot of these the first tier ones, even though I've only got one going right now. It's good to make them AI controlled, because a lot of times when you're going to have to put up the screen and you're going to move this guy around on your own, you'll end up dying. You'll come back to yourself, in a different spot. That whole life right there, I don't know. For some reason, I just got clicking that button happy right there, and I know it happens on occasion to some people. Somehow you end up wanting to shoot and you end up knifing. Sometimes you get a little sloppy, and that's what happened there. I just got a little sloppy. But all in all, this assault rifle, I would say, is probably the best around. If you can get used to the iron sights on it, I always recommend using iron sights if you can. I know it's not for everybody, but if you can do that, it's basically you can save yourself some attachment, so it's going to help out in the long run. The AKs, all throughout the history, they've always had really good sights on those, so that's another weapon that's very smooth. So I think those two are kind of interchangeable between the assault rifles. Alright, well, that'll be all for this video, so thanks for checking it out. Appreciate it.